Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac and we are back for episode 3 of Prison Architect. Last episode we built our very first cell block over here, cell block A, and also at the end of last episode we started looking into patrols over here, and basically what patrols are going to allow us to do is kind of control where our guards go, because right now most of our guards are kind of doing whatever they like. For example, we've got 2 here over in the canteen, 1 in the yard, and I think that might be about it. No, we have 1 in the staff room as well. Basically what patrols is going to allow us to do is kind of control where they go, because right now, for example, we have no one in the holding cell, which isn't too big of a deal because I'm fairly certain that there is nobody in the holding cell, but also there is nobody up here in cell block A. Now that's a problem because right now you'll see it's all grayed out despite the fact that there are 7 prisoners within cell block A. And we can't see what they're doing. So they could be doing absolutely anything right now. They could be like rioting or all kinds of stuff. And we wouldn't really know because we can't see what's going on. And so what I want to do today in today's episode, or at least one of the things that I want to do, is set up some paroles and get some of our officers up in here. We do have some more prisoners arriving in 53 minutes. So on the hour here, I will press play and speed things up a little bit. And also another thing that I want to do in today's episode is start building some more of these cell blocks. And one thing that I have done just before this episode started to kind of kickstart that a little bit is I started unlocking the clone section over here. And basically, what the clone section allows us to do is rapidly build multiple of kind of the same room or the same object or the same layout, if you will. So if you remember last episode, we started working on building this here, this big cell block, which didn't really take all that long. But if we wanted to, say, build 100 cells as opposed to just building 16 here, it could be pretty tedious. You know, you're doing the same thing over and over again. You got to put 100 beds down, 100 toilets, 100 bookshelves, 100 little walls, 100 cell doors, all that kind of stuff. And the clone tool makes it really easy because all you have to do is go ahead and just kind of select an area and then kind of plop it down against somewhere else, and it will just build that exact same thing somewhere else, which is pretty cool. Now, we have just received, or we're about to receive, I guess, here on the prison bus, some new people, and you'll see our daily income did go up from about $200 to $1,000 a day, which is pretty nice, and it's something that we are going to have to keep up with, because as we hire more people, we're going to make less and less money every day, so we need to kind of expand our prison accordingly, and kind of balance how much we're spending with how many prisoners we have. So right now, it's not too bad, but we need to bear that in mind for the future. Someone also asked me to kind of take a look at some of these prisoner bios, because I believe the way that this worked is if you like back to the game at a certain level during its like early access stages, you could come up with a custom bio or a custom character within the game. So some of these characters are actually pretty cool. Some of them are kind of standard, like this guy here was sentenced for 1 year for voyeurism. Voyeurism? I apologize, I don't know what voyeurism is. Apparently also probably don't know how to spell it. But this guy's 51, since 1 year, not doing too much. I think he's a low security or minimum security guy. We also have a few more over here. We got Clark. Clark has not said a single word since he arrived, charged for inserting razor blades into the candy of children on Halloween. He has also murdered 17 of his colleagues. Wow, 7 years. That is some cold stuff. Sentenced for 7 years for multiple crimes, including rioting and perjury. Sentenced to 9 years for multiple crimes, including other stuff. 8 years. Let's have a look. After he was found guilty of arson, murder, and shoplifting, James escaped from prison during a riot. He managed to evade the authorities for 3 years until he got arrested for jaywalking. Wow, what a thing to get arrested for. His nickname is used to mock him for his arrestation. We also have one more guy down here, Chris Lovas. He's got an S and a Z there at the end, which is a bit unusual. Also known as the Magnificent Bastard. Headmaster of the detention center X was imprisoned for 7 years for fraud, in which he sold his prison for 290,000 big ones, and for escaping to the Bahamas after his successful crime. We also have one more guy down here who is minimum security, 38, Duncan Mobile Mail, I guess, Miley, I'm not quite sure. But hey, Mobile used to be a community manager for a few websites. This position and his people and the people around him drove him to depression and made him become a serial killer. This is where he got his nickname Mobile. He never killed in the same place more than once, or twice, if you will. Alright, so those are our new people. They sound like lovely gentlemen and ladies. But we need to probably expand a little bit of some of our stuff. For example, the showers could do with probably coming out a bit further down this way, especially to kind of accommodate some of these new people. And we should probably hire another guard to kind of work on these guys, because right now we're kind of just leaving at least 1 or 2 of them around with nothing here. I don't know if that's too bad of a thing, but they could quite easily just run off, I think, as well. So we'll see. That should be fine. Also, let's take a look in here. Both of these are almost done. Whilst we wait for those to finish, what I want to do is I want to use this planning section, because I didn't actually know this was here until between last episode and now, but we can actually plan out certain areas of our prison. For example, I want to set up a pathway that kind of comes along like this. It's going to be a pathway that we have. It is 3 wide, which is a little wider than usual, but that's fine. And then I want to have another kind of prison section over here. So how wide did we make this? We made this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wide. So we're going to do the same thing again. We don't need to make it 12. We need to make it 11 because we've got this one here. And so I'm thinking 1, 2, oh, we can just do that. That makes it 11, and then if we go all the way up, we can kind of back it up just against this wall. And then, of course, I'm going to get rid of this, because that's not actually going to be a wall. We're going to connect it up to this like we did before, and I'm thinking of just kind of duplicating the exact prison block that we have. You know, we'll have this kind of down the middle, and then we'll have our same walls that kind of come across and out all around like this. And if we can get the clone tool unlocked pretty quickly, that is going to make life a little bit easier. But even if we don't, it shouldn't be too bad, because we can just go ahead and, like I said, do the exact same thing on this side, which, again, he's going to double our prisoner capacity from currently, which is 16, all the way up to 32, which we're going to need, like I said before, in order to get ourselves a little bit more money coming in, because although we do have the grants kind of rolling in right now that are going to make us money, eventually those are going to dry up a little bit, and we're kind of going to have to depend upon our own prison to make us money, as opposed to getting money from other sources. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. So that's going to be my next sell, I think. But before we work on that, I kind of want to have the cloning tool ready for when we start doing that. Before we start doing that, I want to expand, first of all, the shower area. So what we're going to do is, it's not shower time. We can also change the regime over here for what people do. Like, we can change shower times and all that stuff. And we'll probably look at that in the future. But right now, no one should be using the shower. So what I'm thinking here is, we're going to go ahead, we're going to kind of demolish this wall right here, and I'm going to put down some more foundations coming out so that we can have a bigger shower, basically, because I don't think right now we've got a big enough shower, and I think some people are going to be pretty annoyed at that. So what I'm thinking is we do something like this, maybe, and bring that out. Yeah, that looks cool. So that's going to, nice. It's not going to build a wall there, which is good. And that should be just fine. Doesn't need a door because we've got this here, so that's all good. We should have patrols at this point. We do. And so now what we're going to do is I'm going to pause. We do have a new section down here called deployment. And all we can do now is we can go with guard patrols. And we can set where our guards are going to walk, basically. So first of all, I want to have a guy that kind of walks down here and down here. He's going to walk up and down like this. We're going to put a guard right there. So if we hit play again, we should see one of our guards try and go and fill up. Oh, if someone found flipping using a fork. What is this? The fork's in the kitchen. That's fine, isn't it? Seems a bit weird. But anyway, this guy is going to basically patrol up and down this block. And we're going to leave him basically doing that forever. That's his job from now until he retires. And he's just going to walk up and down there. And now we can see all of our prisoners and what they're doing within this cell. We can also see what they're complaining about and all that kind of stuff. So some of them are tired, some of them are bored, stuff like that. And if that becomes an issue, family is definitely one that we need to look into, actually. We should get a visitation room up and running very quickly. So we can see what's happening now, which is nice. I would also like one of you. We don't really need 2 in the the garden. We don't need 2 in the yard over there. So I'm thinking is we'll have one guy kind of just patrol this. If we haven't kind of just walk up and down this main hallway here. Maybe even kind of go, I don't know if I want him in here as well. We might set another guard for this section. But for now, we'll double click on here and we'll get one guard to go and do that. I also think that I would like to have one guy in here in the holding cell. Although, you know what? I'm not going to. Mainly because I don't think we need the holding cell. We might actually even turn this into a visitation room. Because right now, the way we have it set is that we only take in prisoners if we have the capacity for them. So none of our prisoners should end up in this holding cell over here. So that should be fine. Let's have one guy in the canteen at all times here. We'll have him kind of just walk backwards and forwards like that. And then, you know, we'll have one guy that kind of does a bit of a lap around the the entranceway here. We'll set a guy to start like there, I guess. And we'll just have him do that. We'll have another one there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 of our prisoners. And then I guess we'll also have a guy that just patrols the yard here. So that's all 5 of our guards are currently set to patrols. And they all should kind of just follow those indefinitely at this point. Do we have 5 guards or do we have 6? We have 6 guards, so we have 1 guard left. Actually, you know what? I'm going to quickly deploy him in the shower, which I know is not the most glamorous of jobs, but there can be riots in the shower, and people like get up close and personal when they're in the shower, and they're also naked and all that kind of stuff. So riots and stuff can happen in there, so we're going to put a guy in there as well. let's quickly run a little bit more power cable over here. The number of comments I got in the last video of people just raging that I've messed up over here because they couldn't get into the room was crazy. I do apologize about that. I didn't notice that they couldn't get into the room to actually put the cable down. They didn't want to put the door down because I think they were trying to put the cable down first. It's all weird, but hey, that's fine. Okay, so now what I want to do is quickly extend the shower area over here, and then once we got this done, I will start working on cell block B. So we'll do that. The shower is now significantly bigger. Let's go ahead. I'm going to dismantle all these. I know we don't need to, but I'm going to. I'm also going to go ahead and I think I'm going to dismantle these as well. Now, people did tell me in the comment section, oh, look at this, we found, like, medicine and drugs and, geez, good thing we had a garden here. Someone did tell me we don't have to have these shower heads on a wall. We can kind of put them wherever we want, but I kind of like having them on the wall. They look a bit nicer, in my opinion, so what I'm going to do is we're going to have some more of this kind of brick wall, and I'm just going to have it, I think, go like here and like here, and then put shower heads on either side, kind of around like this. I don't want to make it, I could put it here and here, I guess, but I don't want them to be too, like, closed in. I don't want it to be like them touching the wall on either side with the shower kind of above them. I think, like, making them that close is going to cause some issues in the future. So for now, we'll leave it like that. I do want to dismantle the shower head if that's not already a job that's been queued up to happen. And then let's go over to objects, and let's just throw down a bunch of shower heads kind of all the way along here. There's a lot more than we need right now because we have nowhere near this many prisoners, but going a little bit bigger than we need is good for the long run. So we'll do this. And I think, yeah, we'll go along here as well. They're only $20 a piece, so running them kind of all along inside as well is not going to be too big of a deal. And I will put a wall over on that missing section right about now. You can go right there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. At this point, we should have cloning unlocked. We do. And now we have this little cloning tab down here. So what we're going to do, first things first, is we are going to set up some foundation over here. We're going to do this. It's going to cost us 5,000, which is fine. We've got all the money in the world that we need to do that. And we're also going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. But I'm going to do that afterwards. I don't know if it matters. I don't think it does. I'm going to put it here. We're going to do that as well. So that's going to be our corridor, and that's going to be our walls. There seems to be a bit of a riot. Is it a riot going on? Or just like somewhere else? They are complaining about family. Oh, you know what? Okay. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm going to zoom out a little bit because it's real loud in there. What we're going to do is we're going to get utilities. Well, first of all, we're going to run some water to all of these. Again, kind of hoping that these little pipes are going to be good enough for the shower here. If not, we can always run this further down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reallocate this room over here. I'm going to, like, deallocate it right now and reallocate it as a visitation room. Is there any requirements? Nope, it just needs to be indoors and have a visitor table. That is fine. We will dismantle the toilets because we're probably going to use those against somewhere else. So dismantle those, and we'll dismantle you. And then we need a visitor's table. I think we can keep the benches because I'm pretty sure that they can just sit on those for the visitor's table, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, the visitor's table. Oh, okay, so what we'll do, we'll dismantle these as well. The visitor's table does come with its own benches for whatever reason, but that's fine. All right, let's also get a large jail door right about... Do I want it there? That seems like it could be a bit of a recipe for disaster. And the reason I'm saying that is because that's a lot of prisoners walking down this thin corridor here. And I'm thinking what might be a better idea is if we maybe cut into the storage room a little bit, maybe make it a bit smaller, but put like a bit of a corridor here that they can go through, and then maybe move the storage area somewhere else. I was going to say here, but I think that's going to be the canteen. Yeah, I think that might be a better idea. Yeah, we're going to do that. It's a bit... You know what? For now, I'm going to put a staff door right about there so they can get in and out just fine and actually work on what needs to be worked on. But once it's actually up and running, I will switch that out and rebuild a corridor over here that they can use to get into there. But this should start working any second now. I don't think they should be able to get through this door, even though it's open. That is fine. They're all going to the canteen. Again, that's fine. We could possibly do with having a few more like metal detectors just to make basically make the door wider so they have more space to get into, so they're not all as cramped, that kind of stuff. Basically all the work I'm doing here is to make sure the prisoners aren't as claustrophobic, as close together as like is humanly possible. They've got a little bit of space to do what they want to do. Also, we missed a few here. That's fine. Let's get those visitation tables down in this room. Can we fit 2 in here? I guess we could. Let's put like 1 here and then like 1 here And, you know, we could put another one in, but I think that should be fine for now. We'll put 2 visitation tables in. That gives people more than enough space, I think, for now at least, to visit people. And if we need to, we can always, again, expand it downwards to be in line with the shower here and put a bunch more tables in once we take in a bunch more people. This has all worked out quite nicely. Let's, before we do anything, run some electrical cabling, which I'll just bring along from here and up. And also some plumbing as well, which I think, again, we're going to kind of have the toilets on the inside wall here, like that, and like that. So that should be fine. We'll then hook it up at the bottom, run it down to that pipe. That should be good. We'll leave that going like that. And then all we have to do after that is grab our cloning tool. And at this point, all we have to do, I believe, is just select the area we want to clone. And so for now, I'm going to do it like this. And then what we should be able to do is, if we do this right, be able to put these down over and over and over again. You can see each cell is costing us, what, $530. So it's $530. So we're going to put all of these down like that. That one would go there. Like that. I don't know if that's going to mess things up. I don't think it is. That looks like that's fine. And then again, what we'll do is over here, we'll kind of select the same area like that. And we'll put the same thing down. We'll go boom, 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 boom. Nice, and look at that. Look how much faster it was for us to make all of those cells compared to last time where it took us so much longer to put all of those cells down. We are missing a couple of walls here, so we'll just go you there and you there. And then I don't know if planning, the planning seems to disappear once we put stuff down, so that's fine. And then also what we will do is, again, we will quickly deselect this area here, I guess, which is going to make our storage room a little smaller than I would like, but hopefully that will be fine. We can always make it bigger in a second. And then we can demolish like this wall and this wall, this wall and this wall, as well as this door, I think, here. Do we dismantle that? Yeah, we'll dismantle it. And then we'll build another wall right about there. Cool. And then it's a little off-center. It's going to drive me insane, but it's going to work just fine. It's going to work just fine. We've got a nice, bigger cell block now, so we can fit double the amount of prisoners in, which is nice. You can see right here, it is trying to fill our capacity here by giving us more and more prisoners to take in the morning in 5.5 hours. That is good. That's going to come down here. And yeah, what we'll do is we'll put the jail door right here. Like that. So we've got to kind of come out of there. At this point, we might as well, I guess, kind of build a foundation that comes out to here. We might as well do that and then delete kind of these walls that we've got lying around. Like, I might get rid of that, get rid of that, dismantle this guy, and just have a bit more of an open prison over here. This... I don't know how I feel about this, the fact that it kind of dints in a little bit, but that's fine. We should have probably just, like, left it here and not continued onwards, but we might end up putting another, like, block over here and maybe moving the water pump and power station. Not too sure if that's going to be a thing, because the water pump and power station are kind of required, but one thing I do know is that I want to have another guard walking up and down this section over here. Again, we'll just set one going there. We will hire a few more guards, I guess. We'll hire like 1, 2, 3 more. And that is going to cost us $300 more a day, but we're about to receive a bunch more prisoners, and so hopefully that amount won't be too bad in the long run, because we've doubled our capacity for prisoners now, which is pretty nice. The fog of war is gone. We can see everything in here. Storage is not looking fantastic. Also, let's put a thing there and extend storage out just a little bit, like so. But we should probably move that. We should probably move that. And we should probably also definitely put one of our staff doors right about there for now. So, what am I thinking? Where could we put storage? I guess we could put it like here, maybe. Put it over on this side. That could work. And then maybe what I might do even is put another... I don't know. That's a big space here that we've got that if we don't need this. We could just make this a big office, I guess, or maybe something else. I'm not too sure. Not too sure. I'll come back to that. I will come back to that. I am not a fan of this. I'm going to get rid of this. It's going to really annoy me. Although we don't need to get rid of it. I'm going to bulldoze it anyway. I'm going to put a little bit of wall there. And hopefully that will look a little bit nicer, a little bit more symmetrical. That does line up nicely with that, and that doesn't line up, but it's nitpicking, and it should be fine. It should be fine. What other rooms can we get? We can get exports, chapel, parole, reception. There's a couple of different things in here that we don't have just yet that we should probably look into getting. So all of our prisoners are doing okay. Exercise, they want exercise, clothing, hygiene. They do shower, so I don't know if hygiene is going to be too big of an issue. Guards is at 0 out of 9. Oh, so we have 0 out of 9 ready to work on the prison because all of them are busy doing other things. So I will hire... It says 0 out of 11. I don't know why this is not available. I guess they're all doing stuff, like they're all working on prisoners right now. And that's fine. But I'm making $2,500 a day, which is very nice indeed. Don't like whatever sound that was, but let's go over to the yard over here. And let's put some stuff down. Let's put some, like, weights down, kind of, like, just all along, like, here. Yeah, it looks fine. And then we'll also put some phone booths down as well. They are $300, which is a little bit pricey. But I think that's going to, like, calm down the people who are complaining about family and stuff like that. This guy is injured. He did fight someone, which is not particularly what we were after, but that's fine. I thought I assigned somebody to the shower, but I guess I didn't. Let's have a guy. I know it's going to be a bit of a naff job that you don't want to do, but we're going to have one of our guards kind of just wander around the shower and do a bit of a loop like that. We might as well have him go all the way around. There we go. You got a nice little loop that you can do. Okay, cool. We've got some paroles going. People know where they need to be. Our prison is at max capacity right now. We've got 32 out of 32 people, which is good. We got a lot of stuff ready. There is a bunch of other stuff that we still need to work on, like I showed before. We've got all of these rooms that we still need to build. Like, I think we could probably do, actually, probably right now, with making our canteen a bit bigger, because right now you think 1, 2, 3, 4. If we say that 4 people can fit on a bench, you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 benches, which is like 32 people, which is actually max capacity. And that's if everyone kind of crams together and sits next to each other, which I don't really think they're going to want to do. So I'm going to make this, I guess, out to here, and I'll probably actually go ahead and actually just make it like all the way out to like there. Is that worth it, that little extra bit? I guess it is. We'll expand the canteen out this way. That's a big canteen. And if we're going to do it, we might as well also expand the kitchen out as well, like so. Go on, we'll hit play. And we'll let all that happen. And then we'll also build a brick wall here once it's done. We do need a door on there. Let's, for now, as always, just kind of put a staff door right about there so they can walk through and work on it if they need to. Because as soon as they put these walls up, they're going to have, like, no way of getting in and out. We don't want to repeat what we had last episode. Also, as always, let's go ahead and run some more of these energy cables over just to make sure this part of the prison gets all the power that it needs. And everything else is not looking too bad. There are people complaining about stuff. This guy is complaining about... Does it reception? Oh no, recreation. He wants to be able to do stuff in his spare time. We could probably assign some more yard work, which might work to kind of alleviate a little bit of that. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's go ahead and bulldoze this wall over here, I guess. Demolish walls. Let's just demolish the entirety of this wall. That right there. Yeah, we'll get rid of all of those, and then we'll go to rooms. And as soon as that is ready, which it is, we will go ahead and just expand this all the way out. Apparently that little bit there wasn't a room or something, but hey, we'll go ahead and expand that. So we've got a nice big canteen. We might as well dismantle this. Let's get our final little wall down over here. Like so. That's going to be a bigger kitchen. Because the more people we have, the more chefs we're going to need. We're going to need more ovens, more of these sinks, more of these fridges, all that kind of stuff. You can see there are a lot of prisoners here kind of walking around waiting to do stuff because there's no space. And so that's definitely something we need to work on. Down here, let's go ahead and just expand the kitchen. We might as well go ahead and bulldoze this wall. Like so. That should expand the kitchen nicely. And we'll also tell our guys to get some more benches and kind of put these down over here. So again, we'll do a similar thing, I think. No one seems to be sitting over here. I don't know if that's because they can't or if they just don't want to. But we'll do what we did before. And I might as well put this... we might as well put those a little bit further out because the room is only so wide. I might as well do it like that and like that. Give them a bit more space again to kind of get stuff done is the idea here. We'll put that there. And I guess we'll kind of have some the other way just to kind of vary it up a little bit. We'll have one there, there, and then maybe like there, and there. I kind of want to move that a little bit. I kind of want to have it like there and there, just so it lines up nicely with that. A little bit just kind of liking things to be symmetrical, but that works out quite nicely. And then again, we're going to grab ourselves, I think it's just called a table. I believe it is, and we'll put those around, as you'd expect, kind of in these spots. Not there, but like that. Nice. Okay, so our canteen is now substantially bigger. We can hold over double the amount of people that we have right now, which is good. You are not classified as the kitchen yet, and the reason for that is because we need a little bit of a line right there. There we go. There is no, like, lights over here, but I think that's just because we don't have any chefs. And so, to fix that up, what we'll do is we'll put like another sink right about, or maybe we'll just go like full expansion and put like 2 more sinks down, as well as a few more fridges, kind of like here and here, with a few more cookers, kind of along the line, like here, here, and here. And then we'll hire like 1 or 2 more of these cooks. Maybe try and get things done a little faster. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I think in the long run, that'll probably work out quite nicely. Again, I kind of hope that that is enough to get water to this. I don't know if we need it like here and here, but I'll put them there. Nonetheless, our janitor is that not assigned to canteen? Did we assign like the whole thing, but not that little space right there? Let's look, canteen. Yeah, okay, there we go. That is now fixed. Cool stuff. We do need more storage. We could probably do with, I might make this storage down here. Like, we've got a little bit of space here that we can build stuff into. So I'm thinking like out to there. And then kind of like just, I know it's going to be a real weird shape, but just to get the most kind of efficient use of space here. And even maybe there. That just gives us that 1 extra block. We're going to do this, and we're going to like rename that to storage. It's a weird room. We do need a door on it in order for the people to access that bit, because it is over like this lake here. So we'll put, not a fence, we'll put like a staff door right there. And that should be fine. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's looking pretty good. What we'll do is what we said we were going to do before. I will demolish kind of this, and I guess maybe this. And we'll put down some more metal detectors over here. Where are the metal detectors at? They are over like here. And then as soon as those have gone down, we'll put some more of those in here. Just to make it a bit easier for them to get in and out. We should probably get rid of this one, I guess. Actually, because right now it's not doing anything. But yeah, we'll dismantle that one. We'll put a few more down here, here, and here. And we want to make sure that we build a wall there so they can't get out. But yeah, that looks good. This is being worked on. They're getting rid of that tree, which is good. We're going to go back to rooms and make sure that we set this to storage. And I can't see it, but it's there. And then let's just do that. Boom, we got a nice little bit of storage. It does write it out here, despite the fact that it's actually over there. That looks good. I like that. That's all right for now. It's a really weird shape, but it works fine. And we put too many of the metal detectors down, and we have run out of power. So, quick pause to the prison. Let's put a few more of these capacitors down, kind of all around. Ooh, we are running out of money a little bit. Let's take a few of those away. Ooh, that's not particularly good. Actually, let's go ahead and quickly grab ourselves a grant, which you can probably work on next episode. Health? Yeah, we'll work on health and well-being next episode. We'll come back and we will work on getting ourselves a medical ward up and running, because we cannot do with our prison having no power, because things just don't work if our prison has no power. So the water doesn't work, the power doesn't work, nothing works. So as soon as we've got these up and running, we will go ahead and try turn this back on. It is. We're still almost full. That should lower it a little bit, but we are at over half power usage, even with those extra 3 capacitors there. But most of that's probably due to these. I'm not quite sure why they bug out like that, and they like look real weird there on that block, but that's fine. This should be fine. That should be completely fine. And with that, guys, we've got a real weird shape of prison here. It looks a little bit like the shape of Texas. But with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Prison Architect there. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit like. It really does help out a lot. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time.